of the questions I'm always asked is, how do you fill in letters? Now, I know there are several different ways to do it, and one of them is bringing in a template that goes behind so that it draws in behind your text. But I want to show you something really simple you can do with just text and offset. So we have a piece of text on the screen, and we're just going to use the word text right now. On my example before, I showed the word celebrate. I am going to, I've zoomed in about 200%. Let's just go in just a little more so that you can see what I'm doing here. This is about a 3 inches by just over an inch piece of text. And right now it's set to basic cut, but we want to set it to draw. And I'll just set it to the pen. Now when you set it to the pen, remember that you can pick the type of pen that you want. Now to fill in text, yes, you can use fine point, but I generally like to use a 1mm marker or a 0.8, but right now we'll set it for a marker for 0.8, and the color doesn't matter. We'll just highlight it so that we can see it. So that would draw some of the text. Now, an easy way to do this is you need to draw over and over so that it fills everything in. And what we're going to do today is we are going to use the offset, which is up here. I'm just going to click on offset. Now, it naturally goes a lot bigger, but we're going to use the negative side. So I'm just going to pull it over here. And as you can see, you can get a negative 0.15 and so on and so forth. So I'm going to put minus point, and I think we're going to do 0.25 and just see what we get here. And let's see what happens here. Now let's just click on apply. And what did it do for us? It didn't seem to do a lot. We can't quite see it. So let's go offset again. And this time it would be the offset of the offset. So I'm going to go minus 0.05. There we go. And you can see that we have some of the text that goes inside. I'm going to apply it. That's great. That's exactly what we want. You get a bit of a gap here, and you could possibly change that a little bit. So let me just pull this one off for now. So we find 0.5 a little big, so I'm going to click on the offset here. It's minus 0.05. So let's try 3. Just hit the tab key. And you'll see you get a text that's really close. Now that is a lot better. We are going to apply it. I'm just going to get rid of this one we didn't need. So I want you to select the offset and go back again and click offset, and you get one inside the next one. We are going to apply it. And that next offset, instead of black, let me just grab color here. Let me just pick a different color just so that we can see it. Great. Now we are going to offset again, and it's going to be a lot smaller, and it just picks up a little bit on the inside. Well, that's not quite enough for us. We need it a little bit thicker, so let's grab the last offset. I'm going to click on offset, and let's try 0.1. Going to hit the tab key. Oh, that looks great. Okay, we are going to apply it, but I'm also going to give it a different color. I'm going to go for a wine color. So we have just a few little spaces left here. Perfect. So we want to offset this one as well. I'm just going to click up here to offset, and you'll see that I'm getting a 0.1. I might be able to increase that just a little bit. And let's tab over. And we're getting a little bit of a space in. Let's try 0.3. So all I'm looking for is a way to fill that in. Well, that looks like a bit too much. So let's go back to our 2 and apply it. And that should be enough. Now what that does is it fills everything in. And I'm just going to highlight all of this. And what we want to do is just smoosh it all together so that it is one. So it's our text. I'm going to combine it. I am going to weld it together. And the weld result gives us everything that came out behind. So that is not going to work. I am going to undo that. All you really need to do is make sure everything is the same color. So let's go back to raspberry, and you should be able to see your lines. That looks perfect. We are going to attach it. There are very little lines. Now watch what happens when I zoom back down to 100%. You'll see that you get text that looks a bit striped, but that is fine, because now when you add it to your machine and you go to use your 1mm pen, it is going to go across it. Now I'm going to just upload one that we had done before, so just give me a second here. I'm just going to upload an image. Let me go grab my image. And we'll just make this complex. We'll continue. Just going to take this one, I'm going to apply and continue, and I will just bring that in just to show you. Okay, so it wants to upload. Okay, perfect. So let me just bring that onto the canvas. And this is one we had done with the same method. I'll just make it a lot bigger so that you can see, and you can see where the pen marks. This wasn't dry when I took the photo, but it will fill in the letters. And that's all it is. It's using the offset in a new way so that you get smaller and smaller pieces of text so that you are filling in the letters. Now, the thicker the pen nib, the easier it is to fill in. So I hope this helped you a little bit. And that is how you fill in letters.